Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, our group, Maverick Group, wants to present a transfer pricing and management cost. Okay, I take for transfer pricing is marginal cost plus opportunity cost. The economic phrase marginal opportunity cost refers to the sum of the opportunity cost and marginal cost of producing a particular good, because it combines two concepts. Marginal opportunity cost is a calculation that takes into account both the cost of manufacturing and the goods and alternative places where the company could invest the same amount of resources. Understanding marginal opportunity cost is crucial when deciding how much to produce and how much to spend. So we go to the example. This is an example for marginal cost plus opportunity cost. Adizat Sendirian is a company that produces eraser and ruler, might have a marginal cost of 5 cents for each. But because it can't spend the same 5 cents it spent on eraser to produce a ruler, there is also an opportunity cost of the number of ruler it could have created with that 5 cents. Combining both concepts, you can say the marginal opportunity cost of producing each eraser is 5 cents and 1 ruler. For Madam can understand, the marginal cost is the additional cost of producing extra units of products. Therefore, opportunity cost is the alternative of a product. So we go to the next is
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Dana Ashraf, and I'm going to present another method of transfer pricing called six method. This method refers to a valuation technique when traditional method could not solve the intended problem. These methods are not widely used, however, it represents a viable option of valuation principles to determine the pricing. The three approaches to the method is the first is the income approach. Under this approach, we can use discounted cash flow that project future cash flow and attribute to the asset and discount them to the present value. Another one is the capitalization of earning methods that capitalize expected future earnings at an appropriate rate. The second approach is identify comparable uncontrolled transactions, usually involve similar type of asset or businesses. And the last one is estimate the cost to recreate the intangible asset or replace the transferred goods service. This is often less reliable because intangible assets are unique to one another. Next, we can apply this method to commodity type of transaction where the price of goods are readily available, such as intangible asset like patent and trademark. So the challenges to this method, this technique can be complex and subjective, and it's also hard to determine comparable data because they are not equal to one another. And also, every country has a very specific tax regulation, so they vary from one another. So to apply this technique can be quite challenging. So next, I'm going to pass to the next presenter.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Najiha binti Fauzi, and I will be presenting the advantages of six methods. It is flexible because it is useful when traditional methods doesn't really apply. It is market-based because it's often uses real market prices for better accuracy. It is also good for unique cases, which is they are more suitable for hard to value or intangible transaction. Another advantages is it reduces manipulation, which the external data lowers pricing abuse risk. And it accepted in some countries, which is they were recognized by tax authorities like in Brazil and India. For the limitations of the sixth method, it is complex and data intensive, which requires detailed market data and analysis. For the subjectivity, it is for profit allocation can involve judgment, leading to disputes. Third limitation were it is limited global acceptance. Not all countries recognize or support this method. The fourth is inconsistent result, which is its different interpretation can lead to inconsistent pricing. And the last limitation, which is it is challenging for intangibles because it's difficult to apply when market comparables are unavailable. So for the comparative analysis, it is unlike the traditional five OECD methods, the sixth method offers more flexibility when there are no reliable comparables, while methods like CUP or TNMM rely on internal or external benchmarks. The sixth method uses market data or customized approaches, making it more suitable for unique or complex transactions. For example, in the real world, the country that uses the sixth method, which is Brazil, for pricing commodity exports by applying quoted prices from international markets like the London Metal Exchange instead of internal comparables, which helping prevent underpricing and profit shifting.
Just in times. So, what is just in time? Just in time inventory management calls for precise coordination with suppliers to ensure that the raw materials arrive the exact moment that manufacturing is scheduled to start, but not earlier. Maintaining just right amount of inventory sufficient for demand is objective. Just in time inventory make sure that you have enough inventory to make just what you need when you need it. The objective is cost cutting strategy in high volume production with low inventory on hand. So we go to the example for just in time. Proton is one of the most well-known example of companies using just in time method. When a client places an order, Proton only receives raw material in the factory when it is ready to start building the automobile. This process minimizes inventory holding costs. So that's all from me.
So for the next part, I'm going to continue the life cycle costing. This costing method is a method to evaluate the total cost of an asset over its entire lifespan. This framework provides a structured approach to implement life cycle costing analysis. We use life cycle costing because to make a better decision by understanding the long-term cost of different options. So what are the process? First, we need to plan what we're going to do, or what's the goal of our business, what's the objective, and then know what are our choices to purchase different asset. So what's included with the asset and how long will it last. Then we need to estimate the cost by combining all the costs involved, such as purchase price, the maintenance price, fuel, and the repair cost, replacement part if there are damaged parts, and the end of life cost. After adding all the costs together, we compare it and bring the future value to today's value, add up all the costs and compare the total cost of each asset and choose which is the most viable to our business. So which we need to choose, we write down and make the assumption. So that is all for me. Thank you.
Next, I will be presenting the quality cost, which is known as cost of quality. It refers to the total cost incurred to ensure that products or services meet quality standards, as well as the cost of failing to meet those standards. It is used as a tool for decision making and performance evaluation, which is help the managers identify which area to improve efficiency and reduce waste. There are four categories for the quality cost, which is the prevention cost, the appraisal costs, internal failure costs, and external failure costs. The first, which is the prevention cost, which it's to prevent defects before they happen. For example, they do quality training, process improvement, supply evaluations. For the second category is the appraisal costs, cost of measuring and monitoring quality, which is they do the inspections, testing, and the quality audits. For the third category, which is the internal failure costs, the costs from the bags found before the product reaches the customer. They do the rework, the scrap, the downtime. Excuse me. And the last categories, which is the external failure costs, the costs from defects found after the product is delivered to the customer, which is they can do warranty claims or product recalls, can lead to loss of reputation. And why does it matter to use this quality cost? Because it helps in budgeting and cost control. It also supports strategic decision on quality improvement investments. It is matter to in aiding in balancing quality and cost to maximize customer satisfaction and profitability. For example, we have Toyota, which they effectively use the cost of quality model to maintain high product standards and reduce waste by investing in prevention, inspection, and addressing issues early. They minimize defects, recalls, and customer complaints. This approach helps to support their reputation for reliability and efficiency. That is all from our group. Thank you for listening. Next,